You've had enough of that shit.
Hey, howdy ho, Lions fans. Welcome to the Detroit Lions podcast, episode 594. This is the official.
I have had enough of that shit. Man.
It's the official Detroit Lions podcast for Reddit. Do it live. I'm your dashing host, Chris, and with me is my good friend and co-host, Michael Gray. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving, my man. I don't have to, normally on Sundays I'm behaving, but not so much.
It's Thursday.
I'm a long way from home, but I managed to land myself one of West Michigan's finest. So
Nice stuff,
I'm gonna
man.
probably need more than one to process what we just watched. Damn
I'm holding off. Got family in the house. I'm holding off to keep myself in.
No, having family in the house would send me in that direction, man.
I'm trying to be. I'm being the best
You
person. I can't be.
are an oak.
All right, we're going to talk about the game today. Michael and I have a couple thoughts. We're also going to talk about the Frank Ragnow news as it broke. And
How about that?
First to market, Mr. Gray. Great work yesterday, huh?
Wish somebody would have told him to do it on Halloween. We could have used him.
Yeah, maybe a little late.
When did big game season end in Minnesota? What was he waiting for?
Well, it might be big game season ending in Detroit after today. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about that, what today means.
Yeah. Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll do that. We'll cover the presser. We'll do the roundtable. We're probably going to not do calls today just because we are giving up some time with our families to do this, but we know there's a bunch of international friends and folks who otherwise might have to do some, essential worker stuff or have time by themselves or whatever that could hang out with us and have a little bit of football talk and a little bit of camaraderie on this holiday. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We're here for your pain relief problems.
Right. Your beasts of burden.
All right. We got a great show lined up after a not so great game. Mr. Gray, sir, are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's kick this off and break it down.
All right. We've kicked this off. We've broken it down. And we're about to have our own kind of breakdown, but
It's just you beat me to it by that much. I'm about to break down. If I see Coyote Awasika matador another defensive tackle,
just give him a cape.
I thought Kristen with Goff was going to be a widow by the end of this game. My goodness.
Yeah. And I mean, you talk about what's how badly you need Frank Ragnow, and you're like, oh yes, it's so awesome when you get the news, but here you are, right? You're at a point when it's it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think it does, but I'm just asking, right? In the slushy frustration of post-loss syndrome on a Thanksgiving.
Again, on a Thanksgiving.
Yes. Our play calling was trash. Pat's at 313. I don't think it was as trash as much as the execution was.
Yeah,
and it all comes back to that old line, man.
You can't block.
You can't block. You can't throw the ball deep. You can't take deep shots. You can't make them respect you. I mean, it all carries back, and that's what everything we've built this team around is based on that team being able to do that, man. This is. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, you got so many things going. First of all, as much as Graham Glasgow hasn't been the answer, right? And I'm not going to try to be revisionist here. He hasn't been the answer, but he was a damn sight better than Cologne was, who in the first 5 snaps of the game managed to step on Jared Goff, absolutely let a guy go unblocked that took his face off, and then rolled up Amon-Ra St. Brown. He did all of that in the first 5 plays.
I burnt my fingers on the phone when you texted that to me. You were hot.
I was mad. I was like, look, bro, it's okay to not be great at football, but can you stop killing everybody around you? My goodness. So, yeah, you already had that working against you. You know the situation with the tight ends. Then they lose St. Brown, who was everything in the passing game just a week ago against the moribund 2-9 New York Football Giants, and you've got a bad situation. I know we had a couple of guys break ranks in the Slack today. It got kind of Reddity in there for a minute. I know we usually promise people that won't happen, but I don't know. There's that one Ryan guy in there that just was, this team is trash. I'm like, I don't know why you're here, bud. But yeah, when you can't block it up, when you can't open holes in the run game, and when you can't pass protect, well, there is no play calling that fixes that. There just isn't. And I mean, they lost by a touchdown, and it felt like this game could have been lost by 30. Like it didn't feel that close.
Yeah.
At any point. Defense couldn't get stops when they needed to. You've got something that's been exploited. Now you saw the Giants do it last week in the pass game. They were finding openings in the secondary all over the place, and now that's out there as well. So it just, it's a rough spot in the season, and we're doing this win-loss thing, which is no fun at all. And you got 5 losses, and you probably only at most have room for one more if you want to make the postseason. So, it's going to be do or die time against a Cowboys team that isn't near as crappy as I'd like them to be.
Yeah. Well, that just means we beat the Cowboys, right?
Right. Well, the win-loss thing, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Rams are still on schedule. That might be a problem.
What part of the cycle are they on?
Yeah, they're on the all-world cycle right now. They've got the settings on rookie, and they're just running up stats on that offense. So, yeah, a bummer of a day all the way around. There's no nice way to put it. The injuries are absolutely catching up. The fact that the offensive line is, I'm probably being generous if I say patchwork.
Yeah.
You
probably are.
Yeah. I mean, Ratledge is hurt. He's out there. He's a rookie, and he's playing hurt. Awasika is, if he's the answer, we're asking the wrong question. And then you got Tristan Colon playing center for the first time this season. And, I mean, it probably shouldn't be a surprise that didn't end well. Still stinks.
Even if Detroit beats Cowboys, it can't beat the elite teams at all. Yeah, it's interesting. This one though, we're so invested as a fan base that these losses are painful and frustrating, and it very much. This is so interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the fan base was really going to be at its worst in the Patricia years with everything that, especially towards the end. But man, this year's the losses and the responses from the fans to the losses has been pretty wild. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess expectations are higher now, and that's probably good, right? But
yeah,
it's been a heck of a lot worse than it is right now. There's this season isn't over. I guess that's where I want to start on it. Really is.
Right.
We played to a loss against a division rival. This is our third division loss, is it? Yeah, third division loss third loss in the division. Look, it looks like our path now is a harder one. It's on the road all the way, and it's through the wild card. I mean, that's just what it looks like right now. Mm-hmm. You're getting Ragnow back. That does help let you play things around move things around on that offensive line, get a little bit closer to competent. Hopefully if Rags can come back and do the stuff that he does so well. Evidently he's been in shape. That's great.
Has anybody seen him? Because I'm curious about that. I've been around a lot of
who has, yeah.
You do?
Who actually lives out. They share
so
dock and stuff.
Is he in shape? Is he at weight? Is he at playing weight?
He'll be good. Okay.
I've seen a lot of offensive linemen post career. I've been around a lot of them. And I don't know what kind of like Wagovi for breakfast thing they're doing, but offensive linemen, when they leave the league now, 4 months later, all of a sudden they're 215 pounds. They look great.
Yeah.
Because they can't get that weight off fast enough. I don't know about football shape. I don't know about all of those things. I mean, this coaching staff is notoriously patient, bringing guys back from injury and bringing guys back from inactivity. And they don't have that option right now. Because I mean, about 60% of Frank Ragnow would be the second best lineman on that team. So they're going to have to get him out there. They're going to have to get him out there.
Yeah.
I mean, at the first possible time. I don't know if they can do it as early as the Cowboys game. Maybe. But yikes.
as ignorant as this is going to sound, I feel like there's some college snappers that could probably do better right now than what we've got. It's a mess, man. That was just a mess. The drop passes are crazy. It's that's
I think the one I know the one on JMO is going to stick out with everybody. That's a tougher catch than probably, if it hits you in the hands, you should catch it. And I said from my couch, that's a tougher catch when you're doing 20 miles an hour, from left to right, and the ball goes behind you. And, Goff's running for his life too. He wasn't the problem. I'm not throwing shade in that way, but he certainly hasn't been his best. And I don't imagine you could expect him to be his best considering what he's playing behind right now.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. Oh man,
Are we just ruining everybody's Thanksgiving right now?
No.
I want to be better than this. I want to be.
The Lions already did that. We're okay.
Fair enough. You know what? It's not our responsibility. I'm just Principal Skinner. Am I out of touch, or is it all of the kids? No, it's the kids.
It's the kids. Always the kids. Oh man. All right. Let's hit some of the numbers here. Let me get to them. Okay.
Sure.
Lions. That's who we care about.
Jordan Love wasn't. He was 18 for 30 for 234, but the 4 touchdowns. Got to fix whatever's going on in the secondary. Yeah. If I told you just watching that game that Goff was 20 for 26, would you believe me? He was 20 for 26.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Not a single yard passing in the first quarter. How freaking bananas is that?
Well, when you go 3 and out, and then you just let the defense is doing the 14 play super drives. I said that in the Slack. I'm like, well, the one good thing about this opening drive from Green Bay is maybe they use up all of their scripted plays in the opening drive because they won't have any left. That might help. I'm grasping at straws here, but defense. The last 2 weeks, all of a sudden the defense looks suspect. Secondary's bad. I know they got TA back. It looked like he was on a pitch count. He wasn't out there a bunch. And then, you're still waiting on Kirby Joseph to come back. You got Marcus Davenport on the field. That the pass rush all of a sudden just can't do anything. I'm sure we could probably do this entire postgame show just on the officials. There's just so many layers to this onion.
Is that the handoff to me? Because I'm ready to go.
I was going to say, you accused me of sending you up smoking hot. I was watching all of your feeds and including your ranting in the Slack. So, the Zebras let everybody down,
man.
Again,
it's and you expect it now. That's the thing. You shouldn't expect it, but if you don't, you're just set yourself up for disappointment, right? Did the Lions lose this game? Yes. Did the officials lose the game for the Lions? No. Did the officials affect potentially the outcome of the game? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. The timeout on the penalty is so egregiously bad. They have nothing to stand on. When you look across the field, he's not yelling. When you look behind him, he's looking on the field. He's not even yelling at the official until after the penalty happens. It's like, and then they New York calls and has them do the explanation. They never do an explanation like that, right? On a penalty. New York had to have called and say, hey, you got to help cover for us here because we fucked up, right? I guarantee. I mean, I don't guarantee. I just my in my heart right now, I'm completely out on the NFL being an honest league. I'm completely out on it, and it just I don't know how to square that circle, dude. It's really tearing me apart.
Well, and I know that you're Blandino a little bit. You had to be the mouthpiece for all of that. I know that had to hurt your heart to hear that it's Dean they're running out there to carry the mail for these posers.
I was ready with some old time Dean insults. At that point, come on, man. Come on.
I'm warming up Jerry Jones's bus. Yeah.
And the amount of airtime they gave to the interference that wasn't called on Branch on grabbing that hand.
Right.
Like,
sure.
That's really funny because like you
Right.
didn't see the guy getting mugged by in the middle of the line. Last play too, I believe it was McNeil, was like he basically had pulled a guy off his back that he had gotten around blocking him and just got to Love after he threw the ball. And it's like, I see you looking right at it, ref. I don't know, like what. Well, again, it doesn't. The Lions didn't win the game. It doesn't. How did the game turn out? It turned out differently because the refs were so bad. But the Lions still lost the game. You know what I mean? It's just
and both things can be true, right? I mean, one doesn't have to mean the other. I don't know what a mashup video would look like of all of the uncalled holding calls on 97. But if you clipped them all to 1 second, it would be a long. I mean, it's Martin Scorsese long at this point because he's being held constantly. And I said my kids watch the game with me, and they don't always do it. My daughter always does. My son.
That's how they learn the good words.
And they did. When Micah Parsons was complaining to the ref about being held, I said some things that I'm not proud of. I let it go to the point where I turned around and my 14-year-old son was sitting on the couch and he just went like, that was all out loud. Oh, hey. Yeah, I kind of forgot there were other people on the planet. Because the idea that, the problem is you were being held, bud. So, wait, I mean, the touchdown that wasn't the illegal man downfield that I don't know. Apparently he's like Tron. He teleported back. They picked up the flag. It's the old Dallas call. Like, it's not pass interference anymore this time, I guess. So yeah, terrible officiating, and that's always the case. I had a buddy. I think I deleted it. I was deleting a lot. My phone was at one point. My phone was going off pretty regularly because people know that I'm, watching the game. But I got a buddy who's a diehard Raiders fan. So pour one out for him. That poor SOB.
He is definitely going to die hard.
Said, I don't have a dog in this fight, but the refs are legit. But the Lions right now. Like, yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah.
You just learn to get used to it.
I got a buddy in New York. He was, and I got to say, this is absolutely true. And I want to read it because he said it so well, and I'm never going to be as succinct and clear as he was. He's like, Jack White and Eminem, go Detroit. The halftime gig was just fantastic, man.
That was awesome.
There's so
really
many
good.
times we've had JoJo Tremaine's Country Bumpkins and Up With People for Super Bowl 16, right? Have you ever heard that shitty halftime grab?
Oh, yeah.
It's all the, like, what the and then finally, man, we have just such a great show that, the city deserves putting on a show like that and seeing a show like that.
Best part of the game.
That was great. Yeah, absolutely. So
really,
really,
in fact, I got a photo from my brother-in-law. Somehow he got a buddy who got him a suite for the game, and he was back there he sent me a picture of him and Jack White. I'm like, well, that's the MVP of the game there, bud. So it was a good picture.
Yeah.
So.
He earned it. But I mean, that's the one thing that with all these primetime games, I mean, if you watch any football besides your own team, and I'm talking to the rest of the NFL, you've had to see the Lions get bent over on the national stage by New York. Mm-hmm. I'm stunned, but I'm not. I just don't know what to do with it. So
yeah.
What do we do?
To it, right?
Yeah. Let me talk some numbers here. Isaac Tesla broke his streak. He's got a catch that's not a touchdown. That's a disappointing. Again, both hands. A lot of questions about him and his slacking and backsliding here now. 4 catches, only 3 of them were touchdowns. He's getting worse. The other one was just a diving catch. So no, he actually came up pretty big for us a couple times. 35 yards on his 2 catches today. Gibby 18 yards on catches, 68 on the ground. Montgomery with a lot of running, and he got the ball 8 times, so a lot comparatively, but only 32 yards out of Monty today. JMO was the big winner, with St. Brown going down with a 144-yard day. So maybe we could find him some more.
It marks the first time that the Lions have gone over 100 yards rushing and lost. All 4 of their losses to this point, they'd been held under 100 yards, including that first game there in Wisconsin in week 1. And they went over the century mark this time, thanks in part to, Jared Wheels Goff and his 24-yard scamper. That's the second longest run of his career.
Yeah, Roadrunner
out there moving at the speed of smell. So
he's got this moves like a refrigerator.
Right. So it'll be interesting. Dan's got his work cut out for him now. It is. I thought it was interesting. I mentioned this in my gray area spotlight there earlier this week. There were a lot of firefighting metaphors being used by the coaches leading up to last week's game. You had Kelvin Shepard say, "Oh, we're the firefighters. We go out and put out the fires." And then Dan
5-alarm job right now.
Well, and then somebody, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was John Neo's, one of the locals, accused him of being arsonists, which I thought was pretty good. But you could tell they knew they had problems. It was obviously on their mind that they were speaking from a standpoint of like, okay, well, we know we got some things that we have to deal with, and I'll never know. We'll never know. You'll never know. We got really spoiled watching a flawed team dealing with insane numbers of injuries last year that somehow still won 15 games and cost Sam Darnold a follow-up contract in Minnesota, which still, it might end up being the single greatest consequence of last year's Lions team because they got bounced in the first round, but the Vikings didn't re-sign Darnold and went with J.J. McCarthy. Thank God. They got 9 and might have to completely rebuild their idea of their roster, but that's not normal. Last year should have looked like today.
Yeah,
I don't, and I'll never know how they MacGyvered it together, except for that offensive line. That was the one thing that was untouched pretty much, all of last year. It was healthy. They were running, and so they could run the offense. They could do whatever they wanted with whomever they wanted. Jared Goff didn't need Amon-Ra St. Brown last year necessarily in every game. If he'd have missed that time like he did today, it wouldn't have been that consequential because he's got time in the pocket. He can find all of the guys.
Right.
But now you're just down so much on that offensive line that you can't make your O-line work. And then if your defense does have a bad day, and they've had back-to-back bad days against the Giants now and against the Packers, you're sunk.
Yeah.
You're just sunk.
Let me bring in Coach. We got the press conference going on. Let's get Coach Campbell and have him tell us about some things we have to clean up.
Team and Matt, they did a good job, man. They closed that game out, and they made the critical plays. Proud of the way our guys fought. I feel like came in ready to go from that aspect, and certainly plenty of energy. But really, this game came down to fourth down and those critical moments, and we were 0 for 2, and they were able to capitalize on 3 of them. So, and those are the 1 or 2 plays really that make the difference when you're playing a really good team. So. That's really kind of what it came down to. So like I told the team, it's frustrating. I know we got a lot to be thankful for even after a loss. And look, we dug ourselves in a little bit of a hole. That's the bottom line. We are in a little bit of a hole. But that's just what it is. There's nothing more than that. So all we got to do is worry about cleaning up this and then getting to the next game and finding a way to win the next one in front of us. That will be, after this day or 2 here, they get off, that's what the focus will be.
Things on the fourth downs. You guys have gone a few games now without converting one. Is there something that's happening on some of those? Why you have what you did early on, and then Green Bay's decision on that last one just to go for it, playing for the win, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good decision. I mean, just, going for the win, finish the game, man, and they came up with it. I thought, look, BB was in phase, man. That was sticky coverage, and 13 went up and made a hell of a play, So credit to them. But it wasn't like we weren't in position. That's just those are those moments, But I don't look at it look, one of those, I didn't like one of those fourth down calls, you know. It felt like, you know, I don't know how good of an opportunity we really gave our guys on that first one, you know. But you know, we had an opportunity, and even at the end of the day, we had an opportunity, and we couldn't, you know, we just couldn't get it done there later in the game. So
Change your approach at all, the struggles you guys have had?
no, I mean, it's still, if it, you know, if you, a lot of it depends on where the game is at too, man. Where the game's at, the opponent, how your defense is playing. You know, what do you feel like you have a real good handle on what you're going to get from that defense? You know, who you going to, all those things. And so, you know, going into it, we like those plays. So no, I wouldn't say necessarily that's going to have an effect on me. You know, you always want to convert them, and we've had a lot of conversions here. It just didn't work out today.
9 minutes into the game, he's probably a big part of this game plan. We're already without the lead. You just talked about needing somebody to step up, and Campbell, you know, he did that for you. Tom had some good catches there down the seam. Just you guys stepped up. I know you fell short, but you had to probably be proud of the way some of those guys stepped up and played on the outside.
For sure. And yeah, when you lose a guy like Saint, it's tough. I mean, there's so many things that he brings to our offense. Everybody knows the production and the versatility he has. Also, all the dirty work he does in the run game and all the little things, man, the nuances of where you line up to where you go to who you block. If it's this look to now if they go here, you need to slide back to do that. I mean, he's so freaking smart, man. And he's tough. And so there's a million jobs he does, and he does them at a high level that it does. It hurts when you lose him. So, you know, he and Laporta were kind of those guys for us. And when you lose those guys and then Leafs the next one, you know, it becomes difficult. But with that, a guy like JMO stepped up, you know, and I thought he was electric, made a lot of big plays for us, you know. That was good to see. And we thought he would, you know, get it in his hands. I wish he could have gotten his hands more. We had some calls there that, you know, the defense took him away, and so it had to go somewhere else. But he did a good job. TK, we trust TK. It's why he's here. It's why he's on the vet squad, and we elevate him because he can return for us, which he did, and he can do a million jobs on offense. Tesla made some big plays today. So that is a positive. We had 3 really new tight ends. Now, Dwelly's played for us, but Dwelly kind of started for us. Obviously, we used Skip, and then there was Ferkshire and Horton. So, and it was good to see those guys go compete and mix it up.
Why do you feel like the pass rush has struggled to make impact plays so consistently over the last couple of games?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's a good question. I mean, I need to, until I watch this game, I want to know what this game looks like before I make a comment on that, you know. So I'm not sure.
Outlook on St. Brown? Any idea?
Well, I'll know more tomorrow. I don't feel like this is long term, you know, so that's the good news. But that doesn't mean it won't be here for, you know, could be a week or two, maybe, if we're lucky.
So you mentioned dug a hole. How difficult, if he's out and other guys have been injured, how do you see your way out of this hole?
Well, I guess what I'm saying is this, you know, just know with kind of where we're at with the division, you know, and is more of a, you need a little help. You got to do your job, you got to win, and you need a little help. And that's what it is. But it all starts with you doing your job, and which is us, and finding a way to win. The next one in front of us. It really is that simple. And don't make more of it than needs be. It's frustrating. It sucks. It's tough. But we've done it. We did it to ourselves. And we're the only ones who are going to get out of it as well.
We saw the news of Frank Ragnow obviously going for. How much are you looking forward to adding him to the mix and
Not
just
at
your
all.
reaction to him?
Yeah, fired up. You know, fired up to get Frank, to get him back. You know, he wants to play. He wants to be a part of it. He misses the game. He misses his teammates, and so really fired up, man. He brings. He's a good football player. He brings a good football player, a lot of production back to that old line and the game itself. But he's also a great teammate, man. He was one of our captains, so he brings a lot to our team.
Can you explain how that all came about? A couple weeks ago, it sounded like you know thinking that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I think this is something that's been on his mind for a while. And, you know, and then he called me. So we were good. What's that?
When did he call you? When did this process?
Well, yesterday morning is when I got the call officially. Now I know there was other things, and look, his teammates had talked to him. You know, I know some of those guys have been back and forth with him, and I got wind of something, you know, not too long ago. But hey, man, we're fired up.
Me too.
On the topic of the O-line, I know you're not going to make excuses, but how difficult has it been to get into a rhythm with the injuries up front, with the youth up front, and how detrimental has it been to try to find that rhythm this season?
Well, yeah, I mean, it just, things are a little different. That's all. It's just a little different. That's the best way to say it. So sometimes you got to go about things a little differently. And I thought those guys battled up there today, man. You know, I thought they did some good things in the run game. I did think we had some pretty good protection. A lot of our play pass stuff. Now, you know, I know we got hit on some stuff, but those guys went in there and competed. Cologne started for us at center, man. I thought he was clear. I thought communication was good. Tried to finish, you know. So, but there's more to it than that too. When things don't go right, it's all encompassing, man. I'm part of that. All right, I can always be better and need to be better, but it really is. It's all the positions. It's not just O-line. So. And that's what it's all about, in finding our own rhythm, man. And once we find the rhythm, keep the rhythm, and you just got to go about it a certain way.
To Dave and Sean, enough urgency on that last drive.
Yes,
6-minute game.
I know that's frustrating when you're a fan watching, but I know how we needed to play against that defensive front. All right, and it was about playing for the last possession. We were going to do that. Defense was going to get the stop. We were going to use our timeouts, get one more shot to go win the game, and that's how we were playing it. I wanted to play it just like that. So I wanted to keep it in our hands and not turn it into a pin your ears back and start flying up the field with Micah Parsons and those guys.
Sean, last question.
Dan, where do you think you are with your feel of the flow of calling plays?
Well, I can always be better. I mean, I can always be better. But, you know, look, I'm always going to want more. I'm always going to feel like I need to do some things a little bit different. But you can always go hindsight on all this. Well, man, why did you run it here? You should have, you know, I wish I would have played pass on this one. I wish I would have dropped back on this one. Well, you know, so, but ultimately, look, we didn't win the game. But as far as the way that I wanted to play that game offensively, that was the vision I had for it. We got to convert, man. Those first two series that we had, we got to find a way to convert on third, and then the fourth downs, you know. So you're talking about 2 or 3 plays ultimately against a good team in that moment that made the difference.
One thing, without St. Brown, aren't your fourth down, even at third down options, a little bit limited? And is that where you have to adjust somewhat?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's certainly he's such I mean, he's a playmaker, you know, and he does a ton for us. And so, yeah, I mean, I certainly don't want to say that it doesn't influence you or affect you, but yet I do have a lot of trust in Tom Kennedy. I do have a lot of trust in JMO, especially when we know what the coverage is and we got him running. We still got Gibbs. And so, man, if you like the players and you like to play, there'll be sometimes you may not like the coverages you think you may get, or if it's, you know, the ball's going to go to this player and it's this route that you're going to have to win on, maybe you don't like it. But, you know, in the moment, it felt like the right thing to do today.
Thanks, Ian.
All right, there you go. Other than asking if it feels good to play on Thanksgiving as part of a tradition,
right.
What question might you ask, Michael, if you were in the room there?
Well, I mean, they did broach the offensive line thing,
Yeah, that was good.
as delicately as they could. They did ask the Amon-Ra St. Brown question. They did ask the Frank Ragnow question. A little bit of a surprising answer there. Like, oh, I got the call yesterday. Wait, what? You know, so I mean, short of trying to get him to say like player X is terrible. I don't know what you do after this. I mean, it's so obvious, it's so evident, it's so clear and present that he's not going to sell his guys out. You know, we all watched I didn't send it to you, but I sent the text to a couple of my buddies that, you know, the fourth down plays. It's not that you're going for it on fourth down. It's what you're going for it with that matters.
Yep.
You know what you've got, you know what's working, you know what isn't, and you let Jared Goff check to a draw play on 4th and 3. What? I know he keeps getting compared to Barry Sanders, but he isn't Barry Sanders. You just can't draw a play to Sanders if you don't have Barry Sanders. That's literally the key to the draw play to Sanders on 3rd and forever. It's Barry Sanders, and you don't have that. So, nothing's good enough right now. They're super banged up everywhere. He can't use any of that as an excuse. I mean, except for the team-sponsored guy who's like, well, aren't you proud of some of the efforts you saw from the guys who were forced onto the field? No, they're getting paid, dummy. like, they're professional football players. They're not out there donating their time to charity, for Christ's sakes. This isn't Goodwill. They're not out there trying to build houses for homeless people. They're playing football. You don't feel good.
Does the next man up mentality, is that important when players get hurt?
Right.
All right. Tell you what, let's go back to the pressers. We got Jared Goff wanting to swing a turkey leg at us here.
Dan, about Frank coming back. When did you catch wind that he was considering coming out of retirement?
Yeah, a few weeks ago. He reached out and had a little interest, I think, and got that itch again. And yeah, we'll be excited to get him back.
And how do you feel like you guys settled in today after those first couple drives?
Pretty good. Yeah, I thought there was good moments offensively. Moved the ball pretty well at times. Obviously, wasn't enough, and come up short that way. It sucks. It hurts. You wish you had another chance to kind of try to get another one, but yeah, man, it hurts. It sucks, and they played well. You took your cap.
You lose St. Brown 9 minutes into the game. Obviously, that's a big loss already without Khalif too. Just talk about Jameson stepping up big.
Yeah.
Tesla made some key plots.
Kind of knew it would become JMO's game there. Really before the game, and then when that happens, you really know it. And then Tess, I thought, stepped up and did a good job. I thought TK, he's going to be an unsung hero there, being able to step in and know all this stuff, and really impressive. But yeah, it's still I guess moral victory that we were able to get JMO going like that.
Different twist for you guys. Green Bay got the 4th downs that they needed, and you guys didn't get the 4th downs that you needed.
Yeah.
Did you like those calls that were called?
I did. I got to connect with JMO there on the one down the red zone. That's I got to give him a better throw, and he makes a catch. He might score right there, and the drive might be over. That's the one that'll hurt me for a while, and then yeah, they converted on their 4th downs, and tip your cap. I thought they played really well.
You guys improve, like work on that, and 4th down managing those. I mean, it's been something you struggled with the last couple of games, but as a team, how do you get better at converting?
I don't think there's anything you can do to you just got to execute in those big moments. That's really it. I wish, there was some magic potion to take to be better on 4th down, but there's not. I mean, dude, I had JMO open. He's screaming across. I got to hit him. That's bottom line. There's no other way to fix it. I hit him there. Then we're 1 for 2 on 4th down and probably get more points there.
Outside of 4th down, you've referred to St. Brown and Laporta as safety blankets out there. Just what is it like to be out there without them?
Yeah, I thought everyone stepped up and did a good job, and JMO became, that guy that, was getting open a lot and trying to get him the ball, and I thought Tesla did a good job, and like I said, TK, Ferk did a good job. Yeah, the guys stepped up.
Yeah, and talked about put yourself kind of in a hole now, just with where you're at 75. Obviously, a different situation than where you were last year. Just what's the mindset now? At 7-5, is it still just it's got to be every week next opponent?
Of course, yeah. Win the next one. Find a way to win the next one. Get to 8-5, and then after that, it's going to be the same answer. So yeah, we know where we're at. We certainly know that this was consequential for division rankings and whatnot. But yeah, we got to win the next one and find a way to beat Dallas.
If St. Brown is out for a little bit, at least, how much does that change what you guys are going to have to try to do offense?
Change some stuff. He's obviously such a big part of our offense, and a lot of it goes through him. So change a little bit, but not much.
Beyond this game, there was news yesterday of Frank coming back. You two have played a lot of football together. When did you get the news, and how do you feel about
a few weeks
him
ago.
rejoining you guys?
I mean, I didn't know he was coming back for sure a few weeks ago, but I knew he was interested a few weeks ago, and yeah, I'm glad he's back. It'll be fun. Yeah, I don't know when he'll end up playing, but I'm sure he'll be back soon. Thanks, guys.
All right, there you go.
Did that guy just walk into the room at the end and start with the first question all over again? That was like word for word.
Yeah.
That was like an AI glitch. He's like, "Hey, here Frank Ragnow's coming back. When did you know?" He's like, "I just answered this question."
Yeah.
Do you think it'll help? No. Getting a Pro Bowler back in an All-Pro center, no, it's not going to help.
He was he was busy live tweeting, "Hey everybody, I'm in the building. I'm important," and he missed the first call.
I see what you did there. It's pretty salty for a Thanksgiving day.
Yeah, well, I'm brining this bitch.
I was just going to say, you better rinse that turkey. It's going to get too much brine. I've actually had I've got my little smoker screen right up there. I'm keeping track of mine out on the smoker right now. I'm at 162.8. So I got about 2.5 more degrees internal before I got to pull it and rest it.
Okay. Well, let's see. We talked a little bit through the pieces.
We still got questions coming in the chat.
I know.
Dan, do you feel better after laying a big log in the morning? I hope so, because you just laid a big log on national television. All right, so.
Oh man. Do we think Frank will be sticking around for the next season too?
He has to, right? Like, look,
it's so wild, man.
I know we have to wrap this up because we promised everybody we would return to them to Thanksgiving and everybody's in a bad mood. But I have to say this, or don't start laughing. Don't you do that. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. He has to be coming back for next year because he clearly needs the money, right? I mean, I know nobody wants to hear that, and I'm going to get the angry emails. We're going to have the people in the comments go, "Dude, he's coming back for the love of the team." Yeah, that contract. Like, it was the last day. It was the deadline. It was the absolute cutoff. If he didn't do it the day he did it, then there's no doing it. And it's just gone. It's like Kaiser Soze. It just vanishes and it's gone. So, yeah, he's probably in for next year, too, because money is good. You know, I have this fight on my radio show all the time. All right. And I've taken my fair share of arrows when people are like, you know, money doesn't buy happiness. Don't be a child. Yes, it does. Okay. Money's everything. Kids, it's not tooth fairies and friendship. It isn't. All right. Money's good. And more money's better. Always. Every time. Okay. So yeah.
If money sucked, rich people would not be hiding from taxes, right?
What's the Daniel Tosh? He had the greatest line always, and it goes back years. He's like, yeah, money can't buy happiness. Yeah, but you know what money does buy? A jet ski. You ever seen anybody frown on a jet ski? No, you haven't, because it's impossible. You're bouncing around on the waves and you're just smiling all the time because it's great to be rich. So yeah. I mean, and I don't care, by the way. That's fine. Like, I'm not altruistic. I always laugh when I get in conversations in the Slack about, like, oh, hometown discounts. I'm like, stop. Just stop. That's not a thing. That's a myth. That's something we created whole cloth as fans. Like, well, they probably wants to be here so much he'd play for free. Nope.
Well, no. but there is something about there's a motivation to players to play somewhere. I don't know if you want to call it a hometown discount or what, but like Hassanin saying, I don't care if you're gonna put me on the 53 somewhere else, get me back to Detroit, even on the practice squad instead. That's a passion for the people, right? And I think our staff, our coaching staff, and our front office have this nailed. And it's great to be the place that people want to be, versus the place people are running from, a la Matt Patricia and
100%.
Bobby
Look at the
Quinn.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Look at the Bengals. Look at the Jets. Look at those places. But I just looked it up as we were talking here. Frank Ragnow has 11.5 million reasons to stay for 2026. That's his base salary. Base salary is 11.5 next year. So yeah, he'll probably be back.
Yeah.
I would still stick to my offseason priorities, sign and draft interior linemen.
Yep. Yeah, you can never have it off.
Well, you
unfortunately,
right now they don't have any. So they got like half of one because Ratledge is hurt. Other than that, it's just the howling nothingness of the void. So we'll stick Ragnow in the middle of that.
Yeah, and I think this only highlights that it's time to start paying your freaking offensive coaches, and not playing games. That's we can talk about that more in the off season, but you pay your people. Hey, your goddamn people! Don't play this stupid game because you need them.
I feel like there's a Chris feature in that. Maybe like a 25-minute fireside chat.
Yeah,
something you want to share. Did you bring enough for the whole class, Chris? Looking right at you.
It'll be fire.
You can't escape.
It'll be.
Put the ISR on right on your ass. Okay.
I'm not looking at the camera.
Risden always lets you off the hook with that. It pisses me off every time. You're like, you drop a dime, and he's just like, blah, 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 blah. He moves right on. He's talking about volleyball, and I'm like, no. What do you mean not paying the offensive coaches? What do you know?
Just pay your freaking people. God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think they're going to end up paying Frank. Just a hunch.
Yeah.
He had a nice long break. He caught a lot of muskie. I saw him on his Instagram feed.
I have a feeling he just tagged out. What's the hunting season still going, but he can't do anything about it. So it's time to move on.
He put a 10-pointer in the truck, like, well, my work is done here. I guess I'll do the football thing.
Maybe I can get in the hunt for the playoffs. I don't know why I gave him a leprechaun voice.
Man,
but
well, you better hurry.
Yeah,
hurry up, dude. We're gonna TikTok.
Let's round out on that point before we close out. I mean, sure. This one was a spike in the coffin. The Lions now are playing for road field advantage throughout the playoffs, barring something pretty crazy happening. Not out, not eliminated by any stretch. I mean, there's plenty of games, but man, the Rams game's a scary one coming up.
It's probably the only one you can lose.
Yeah,
and you're probably down to that. Now the NFC West does have to beat itself up. The Rams play the Seahawks again. The Niners and the Bears are both in that same boat where they just keep winning games, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's like you can't keep getting away with it. That's how I feel with those. But the Bears have a Packers sandwich coming up with Packers, Browns, Packers in 3 games. So they're eventually going to have to play some actual teams. And weird things happen. You heard it from Brady in the booth. He was like, Belichick used to say the football season doesn't start until after Thanksgiving. And there's going to be a lot of division games played, not just for the Lions, not just in the NFC North. A lot of divisions are going to beat themselves up. Eventually somebody's got to pull a horseshoe out of the Bears' butt, and they'll stop winning these games when they still have a negative point differential. Just ask the Vikings how that works. And the Lions can still get right. I mean, 11, 12 wins probably get you in, and then, you're in. You're in. Go do some things. The NFC South has to have a champion, right? Maybe you get lucky. You get to play whoever wins that stupid division, because whoever wins it's going to stink.
Yeah,
that's all you know about it.
It's going to be Tampa, right?
Well, what if it's Carolina? What if the Panthers screw around and win that stupid division? They could. They totally could.
Actually, I would love to see Carolina give the Ben Johnson team the boot.
That'd be kind of funny.
That would just be so many packages all
in the snow, no less.
Yeah. So many packages all in one. So this is it. JJ Archer losing this game lowered my expectations, and if we don't make the playoffs, so be it. No, I think that's probably a pretty tempered take right now. JJ. Yeah. I believe this team has it in them to make the playoffs still. I do. Ragnow coming back is going to be a big deal. A lot of the guys coming back from injury, going to be a big deal. Do you get hot at the right time? Kirby coming back, going to be a big deal. Do you get hot at the right time? Well, friggin' hope so, man, because now is the time. And plenty of teams have done it. I always go back to those 9-7 Giants that did it. The Lions can do this. They have the talent. They have the team. They haven't really played to their potential this year. It just doesn't feel like they have.
Did we just turn the Lions into Stuart Smalley?
Darn it.
I'm like good enough. I'm smart enough. And darn it, people like me. Oh, no. That's horrible. That's a horrible place to be. We went from kicking sand in the faces of nerds at the beach and walking away with their girls to Stuart Smalley. Oh, God. That's not great.
Well, it's even more humiliating when you're holding the Lombardi and Stuart Smalley is the one that's taking your girl.
That's a fact.
That'll break a man.
That's a fact. I put LaFleur on my enemies list for a reason, man. He's got that punchable face.
Oh, so punchable.
And I hate that they saved it for the end. I was waiting because I knew they were going to mention, like, oh, he's from Michigan. Like, you don't have to do that to us. Like, you didn't have to wait till the end. You could have mentioned that off the jump, and then we could have forgotten about it. Didn't have to put salt in the wound. Tom Brady, thanks for nothing. Enjoy your day in Ann Arbor on Saturday.
I think it'd be a lot more playful and fun if this was a win and they could be ribbing Jared Goff about how hard it is to play receiver.
Yeah, or his 25-yard scamper, or whatever. Like there's a lot of dang it,
so much.
Yeah. No, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I actually have an event tomorrow for my day job, and my co-host is a Packer fan. He always texts me during the games. It's been radio silence today. That means I'm eating a steaming plate full of shit tomorrow. That's what that means. Because I got to deal with him for 3 hours on location in front of the public where I can't beat him senseless. He's going to be all over it. It's going to suck. So this will be the gift that keeps on giving. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for ruining Thanksgiving.
and the heartburn for the day after.
Yeah, and Black Friday too.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Black Friday, great mention there, Michael. I appreciate it. Go to Amazon.DetroitLionsPodcast.com, Amazon.DetroitLionsPodcast.com for all your Black Friday and every other Friday type needs and every other day of the week as well. Way it works is it takes you right to Amazon. It just it sends you there with a cookie that tells them that you came from us. And that then lets them take a little bit of the profit out of Bezos' pocket and send it over to the podcast. It's a great way to support the show. You're going to do that anyway. You're going to Amazon. You're going Black Friday dealing. Go do it and use Amazon.DetroitLionsPodcast.com to get there and then do everything else like you normally do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a professional. Do not try this at home. Look at that.
Wow.
He did that live. No edits. Well done, sir.
All right. With that, we'll call it a show. Amazon.
Yeah, it's time to go. I am entirely too sober to deal with this anymore.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I am thankful that we have a game that brings us together like this and is win or lose. I mean, it sucks to lose, but I mean, I still love the Lions. I still love football. It's just, and the one thing that's come from it is I've met all kinds of awesome people that listen. Gray, I mean, all the guys, the Bishes, the Browns, the Ashes, the Rizzes, everybody, just through football and the podcast and stuff.
Riz,
it's been fantastic. Well, okay, we can put him on this.
He's less so. Ash is great.
Yeah.
If we could get him out of his Wolverine fortress there in the Canadian Rockies, weirdo. I had to drive through the Canadian Rockies over February. I'm still mad at them. All right, that was the worst drive I've ever made in my life. So. Ash, we miss you. Seriously.
Yep. Oh yeah.
No,
okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And if anybody spent any time with this, obviously you're nursing wounds from a crummy game, and hopefully the turkey tastes better now. You can get it out of your system, and you can stop boring your wife to death about why the defense should have played better and how they shouldn't run man coverage so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Flounder, for the super chat. Anon. Absolutely. Click like, or Campbell's going to go for it on fourth down again. So hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you everyone for doing that. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Don't forget about us, Patreon. You want to hang out for the game chat and some great chat during the week. Most Intelligent Lions chat on the internet. You go to patreon.com/Detroit Lions podcast.
It's a little heated.
If you do $5 or more a month, you get an email a little bit later after you sign up, and it'll give you info on how to get to the Slack, give you a link and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because on the day before Black Friday, what you need is another email. My God, my inbox this morning. The sales.
You got to manage that stuff better.
I don't know. I need an IT guy. You know one?
No. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at the Michael Gray.
We're still working on a Twitter workflow you've been promising me since July.
It's
you son of a bitch.
It's there.
Liar.
I did it last night. That's why I'm so tired today. I got it.
Tony Stark made this in a cave with scraps.
At the Michael
We are
Gray.
off the rails, bud.
And at DET Lions podcast. Those are the Twitters and X's and Sexes and all the other places to go for all the social stuff. I think you find the Michael Gray on Tinder too. Fanatics. DetroitLionsPodcast.com, Amazon, all that stuff.
If you do, I promise it isn't me. So be very careful. That's going to be a weird night at a truck stop because I'm not going to be there. I promise.
This isn't the day for the second family. This is the first family day. I'll keep that quiet. Sorry.
I'm not on OnlyFans. I'm not on Twitter. I'm pretty much everywhere else. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm doing foot stuff yet.
Did you know that we tried to get on OnlyFans and they rejected us multiple times?
And for good reason.
You got to send a picture.
No
you send in your picture next to your license, and we always get rejected at that stage. I'm starting to think.
Nope.
All
Nobody's washing socks to that face.
Yeah, Fanatics, Amazon, all that stuff. Go ahead and check those out. Thank you for doing that. Also, be sure to go to DetroitLionsPodcast.com. Subscribe to the podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on Android, Google Play Store. It's all the places where you find all your podcasts. You'll find us. Get that subscription in there so we can pop up in your ear holes automatically.
And I say this with all seriousness. Risden is still outdrawing me in terms of views with his stupid videos, and it's killing me. So please like the channel. Watch my stuff, even if you hate it. You can comment what a ding dong I am in the comments. That's fine. I can't stand losing to that guy. I hate it. It sucks. Very competitive. Bish and Brown I can lose to. Risden not so much. I helped make him. I did.
I love the competition. It's so great to me.
That jerk. Before he signed the Ribbentrop agreement. Prick.
Thank you for tuning in. Poor guy's stuck in a snowstorm. Hasn't seen the sun for 3 days.
Good. I'm happy about that. I hope he doesn't have any cell phone and he stubs his toe when he gets out of the car.
Thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you next time with the Detroit Lions podcast. Remember, no pants, no toasters, no hot tubs, no friends, evidently, because we're your Detroit Lions.
Not a soul.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you soon.